Let's see what is going on today. Hey, what's going on, Emmanuel, man? Appreciate you. Trying to wait and see if I can get at least one more person on it. You the first one. I thank you so much, man. Really, I do. Oh. I normally don't wear my sunglasses at night, but we're gonna go ahead. All right, all right. So I'm glad. I am glad to be here. Uh, it's been a journey. I'm just glad that. Ooh, you guys, you guys got to understand something. It's been a minute. As a matter of fact, I want to start doing lives a lot more, just to connect with all my fans and all my support group to make sure that I stay connected with you guys, because without you guys, it would be hard it would be hard for everybody. It'll be hard. You already know. Without you guys, there is no me. Even though I'll still be doing what I'm doing right now, but you guys have been along the journey with me for a long time, and I'm very happy about that. So I jumped on live just straight out the blue, and I know normally I'm supposed to let everybody know prior, but I don't care, you know. But I will in the future. In the future, I will let you guys know that a certain day and a certain time that I'll be going live. But I've been busy, and the reason why I have been busy is because I have been doing a film. I'm in a film, so that has been really taking up the majority of my time. Um, it's called Jonesy, and it comes out. It comes out next year, at the beginning of the year. Um, man, bro, I wrote it. I wrote the film, and it's a it's a beautiful short story. But what is a short story has now turned into what could possibly be 8 to 10 episodes. So we looking at something you guys can sit down and watch for a minute. Um, I'm really not sure yet on how. Excuse me. I'm really not sure yet on how long every episode is going to be. But like I said, I won't know until we get done finishing, until we get done wrapping it up, and we're almost done. Um, which brings me to as the reason why I'm doing this live. So the main reason why I'm doing this live to let you guys know that there will be something added on to Weapons of Man. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a new playlist on Weapons of Man. It'll be called the Motriverse. Now, if you follow my other channel, which really doesn't really get that much, it has a few subscribers, but not as much as this channel does. This channel is my baby. So what I am going to do, I'm going to take all those short films that's on that other channel, and I'm going to combine them both with Weapons of Man. I'm going to take those videos and I'm going to combine them with Weapons of Man. And they're going to be in a playlist that you can click on. It'll be called the Multiverse. So when you click on that, you'll be able to see all the other short films that I've done in the past, and all the way up to my current new one that came out last year, which was the first Jonesy, Jonesy, a Renegade Rising. But like I said, when the mini series comes out next year, when it come out next year, that joint gonna be fire. That's all I'm telling you. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be entertaining. So that way you guys can really see what it is that I do. I'm not just a martial artist. I am also an actor. And I wanted all those things to come together so that way you guys can really understand who Gerard Abdul-Moultrie really is. A lot of people have been calling me Michael Jai White 2.0, which I have met him in real life. There's the picture right there. See that picture right there? That's me and him together. I'll show you. You see it? It's me and him together right there. But back to what I'm saying. Let me fix this. But the crazy thing is I've done an audition for Michael. For Johnny Black Outlaw. Didn't get the part, but that's okay. Would have been two of the same people in the same film, but that's all right. Always good to see the brothers networking. You daggone right, brother. Yep, we gotta stay working. Gotta stay working, gotta stay networking, man. No matter how good you are or how whatever, you have to continue to network and you have to keep promoting. The work is 50% of the is 50% of the path. The other path is the other 50 is you pushing it to the out, pushing out into the world, But like I said, when Jonesy comes out, I'm gonna be so happy about it because we have been filming Jonesy for the last, I want to say, on and off the whole entire year. But people got things going on, things to do. I'm not really sure on how long every episode is going to be. I can give you a rough estimate. Around about, I want to say about 5 minutes long for every episode, maybe 5 minutes a piece for every episode. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like 5 minutes per episode. Like I said, it's a film that I wrote last year, along with a lot of other stuff that I have written that hasn't coming out yet, but it will be. I'm just excited for 2026 for Weapons of Man, for my support group here on this channel, for you guys. Just ecstatic for everything that I've been doing. This is literally my life, like my greatest work. Weapons of Man is my greatest work, along with everything else that I've written, all my short stories that I've ever written. All those things combined together is underneath the tree called the Multiverse. And I think sometime next year I will be having merchandise. Something simple, shirts, shades, with Jonesy written on it, with Weapons of Man written on it, logo shirts and stuff like that, nothing crazy. Coffee mugs. But hold on one second. Oh But yeah, that's what I have. That's what I have going on. Uh, if you have a question, please feel free to type something up so I can answer something. See what's going on. Hmm. How long have you been doing martial arts? Emmanuel, I've been doing martial arts 30, 32 years, 33 years. Yeah, 32, 30. I started martial arts when I was, I want to say 6 or 7, when I was a baby. Uh, my my uncle, he brought me in first. He started teaching me martial arts when I was a baby, and I just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing after that, and didn't think that I would be where I'm at, like where I'm at right now as a martial artist. I just thought that I would be, I don't know, just a guy that did martial arts and continued on something else. Martial arts was only part of what it was that I wanted to be. Uh, I went to college to become a cop, and then later on tried to join the FBI and try to work my way down that road. Yes, I've been doing martial arts about 30, yeah, about 32, 33 years now. It's been a long time. A long time. And what I've come to realize about martial arts, um, if you take the names away from all the oh, I'm 42. I just turned 42 a couple weeks ago. Um, so yeah, I have been doing martial arts my whole entire life, yeah. But I forgot my train of thought. Forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah, like I was saying, if you take away some of the names of some of these martial arts disciplines and just teach and just learn and absorb information, some of you gonna be learning the same thing, but from different people. From different styles. Some different styles uh, get their information from other styles. That's how most of these disciplines come up, and that's how they start off anew. Like say for instance, uh, I wanted to start my own, Jeet Kune Do school or something like that, and then I'll teach what was taught to me, but at the same time, I'll also teach what I think fits for me, if that makes sense. Question: what are the different disciplines that you study? Oh, okay, Emmanuel. Okay. So Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, uh, American Kempo, which I should have said first. American Kempo, which I have 2 black belts in. Um, Jeet Kune Do, Muay Thai, kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, like I said before. Uh, Weapons, Kali. Kali, as a matter of fact, I should have said Kali second. American Kempo first, Kali, because those two is what made me who I am. American Kempo and Kali. Thanks to Tuhan Harold and my my main instructor, Sensei Stephen King, who has poured all of his knowledge into me. Um, oh, thank you, beautiful Joe. I work out like a daggone maniac, bro. I have to. I have to work out. I have to stay fit. I have to keep moving. Um, but I also used to be a bodybuilder. I used to compete in body, and I have won. But I've been lifting weights my whole entire life, along with doing martial arts. So when it's been like it's been times when I was going, doing martial arts, but I was also competing in a bodybuilding competition, and that is hard, and going to work a regular job. That's that was very hard, but it paid off. It paid off. I still keep I still try to stay active a lot. A lot of things has changed as far as like the body mechanics and how I move. People still say I move fine. I may move fine, but I have to think about it now. Back in the day, 20 years ago, I didn't have to think about anything. I just did it. But now, things are a little bit different now, but that's okay. Um, yep. I, which discipline do you find to be the most useful, effective, and which do you enjoy the most? Now, I am going to keep it 100 with you. This is for me. This is for me, for what works for me. I am naturally a Jeet Kune Do expert. Naturally. I fight just like Bruce Lee. And it's real tough. But the thing about Jeet Kune Do is also a cousin of American Kempo. So it makes sense to learn Wing Chun, Jeet Kune Do, and American Kempo all at the same time. Those three entities, Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, and American Kempo, you're really on to something, because Jeet Kune Do is already at a high level, but now you're talking about dealing with now you're talking about mixing that in with Wing Chun and American Kempo. American Kempo, those strikes, they never stop. They just keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. You know how that goes. Now, if you start combining that with Jeet Kune Do, you're gonna be a problem. Then you take that and you just add a weapon. You add one weapon. Hold on, let me grab something. I don't want to grab. Let me see. I got so much stuff going on. It's crazy. All right. Now, when we talk about Kali and what the basics are. Now, the basic mechanic for Kali, just a stick. I'm just gonna show you. So this is one. We all know that. This is one strike. Anything from an open standpoint coming across the body is one. From right here, we're talking about two, correct? So imagine doing Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do, you strike with your lead first. Your lead is first. That's your shield. That's your sword. We attack with that. So if I'm attacking here, I'm gonna strike. I can strike with my stick, or I can strike with my hand, or I can strike with a blade. It doesn't change, because I'm using the lead part of my body as my shield and my weapon. It's really my shield, but I'm using my shield as a weapon. The rest of me, all the vitals is behind me. That's why I like to stay small when I'm in a fighting position. You always want to stay small as possible. What I'm saying? I get that question all the time. What's the difference between Kenpo and American Kenpo? I think there are over 450 different types of Kenpos and Kenpos. It's crazy. Kenpo, let me say that different. Kenpo with an M. that is more so more ancient as far as like the way that the old Shaolin monks taught. You know, when they would come in and use their body as a weapon, and they would pull you in and shoulder strike you, hit you here, and use their whole body as a weapon. It's almost that type. So if you're gonna train American Kim, I'm sorry, if you're gonna train Kimpo with an M, there are still some strikes from American Kenpo that is in Kenpo. But if you're going to train Kenpo, you have to train your body. I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about when I say train the body. Yes, all the other training is necessary, but you got to condition your body. You got to condition your body. This is what I'm talking about when I say condition your body. This is what I'm talking about. Because you're going to be using your body as a weapon. Your body is a weapon, not just your fist or your elbows, or even in some cases your head or your knees or your foot. You're going to be using your body part. Shoulder rush, chest bump, a headbutt. You might have to throw your thigh in there a little bit. Your hips. Those things is what, what they normally do in American, I'm sorry, in Kenpo. Now, Kenpo with an N, just straight hands. As a matter of fact, American Kenpo is the hand that does not stop. It does not stop. American Kenpo is one of those things. I'm going to get to that question. But American Kenpo is one of those things that is so many different tacticians out there that say something different, but they all end up in the same, they all have the same goal, which is demobilize the person. Now, the one that I'm up under is Ed Parker's American Kenpo. And Ed Parker talked about, what is effective? What's the most thing, what is effective and what makes sense? Almost like when Bruce Lee was challenging different instructors, and as far as like the discipline of the mind, and as far as like what makes sense, what's going to get you the most what's going to be most effective in a fight, and that all goes back to, I think it was you, Emmanuel, you asked that question about what's going to help you out there in the street. And I'm going to tell you what helps you out there in the street. Muay Thai, boxing. You can take some American Kenpo, not all of it. Some American Kenpo. Study Jeet Kune Do. Study weapons. Now, also study jiu-jitsu. Study wrestling. Greco wrestling. There you go. Most importantly, learn how to shoot. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Learn how to shoot a gun. Okay? You got 9 things that's going to help you. That's going to be effective. Okay? You got 9 different things out there that's going to work. Really, everything else it has its place. Trust me. All styles have their place in a fight. But it's up to you to figure out, when should you use it? How should you use it? Why do you need to use it? That's the most important thing. You don't, when you grow up and you watch television and you see these guys do these, fancy katas and stuff like that. I love them too, and we all teach them. But they also have their place in the fight. When you do your katas, what you are doing when you do your katas, you are trying to connect your mind mentally to every receptor in your body. Does that make sense? So that way, when it's time to actually fight, you would know how your body need to move. If that makes sense. You would know these things. So you just can't think that you're going to go into a fight and do wushu and think you're going to win. No. That's not realistic. I see it all. No. It has to stop. I think it has to stop. At some point, you gotta start understanding what makes sense in a fight. Let me move on to the next question. Do you believe that traditional weapons training Kali stick stuff? Yeah, traditional weapons. So let me tell you something. Okay, Kali stick. Yes, it's traditional, but it's the most effective weapon. If you don't have a gun, you're gonna pick up a stick. You're going to pick up a stick in a fight. If you find a stick, you're going to pick it up. Now it's up to you to figure out how you need to learn how to use it. That's where Kali comes in at. And again, that's what it's all about. When you train the Kali weapon, when you train the stick, and you're doing the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and everything, all the 12 strikes that you need to learn, it's up to you to figure out how to implement those strikes. You can't always do 1 through 12 on a person. You're not going to always, that person is not going to be there for you to bust them up 12 hits. It's not going to work. You might get 1 or 2, maybe even 3 on a good day to get the strike, but that might be all you need. You're not trying to end anybody. You're trying to be effective enough so where you can get out of dodge and save your life. You're not trying to be in there and be some type of, I don't know, something you see on television, something like that. That's not realistic. All that stuff you see on television, get it out of your mind. A real fight don't look like that. A real fight look ugly. A real fight looks ugly. And when you're dealing with weapons, as far as traditional weapons, what you talking about? When you say traditional weapons, you're talking about stuff like I got right here. There's no possible way you're going to have this in a fight. You're not walking around with tonfas. You're not walking around with kamas. You're not walking around with throw darts. You're not walking around with nunchucks and claws and big giant ninjato swords and chainmail whip. You're not walking around with that stuff. Those are traditional weapons. This is not going to work. This stuff not going to work unless we were living in feudal times. Yeah, it will work then because that's what you would have. But now, in this current time, what works is having a gun first. If you don't have that, stick and where is it? My baby. I'm just going to pull this one out. This is a trainer. This is a knife, a Tanto blade. A stick and knife. Stick and knife. You have to learn how to train these type weapons. Okay? Are they old? Yes. Is it effective? Yes. Just because it's old don't mean anything. They still use Kali sticks right now to this day in the military. It's called a baton. They take it out. What is this small? They take it, unravel it, and it comes out. Looks like a billy stick or a club. It's the same thing. What you have to do is change your mind, change your concept, change your mind. Change your concept of what it is that you're trying to get across and what is actually effective. Because you can't just walk around, like I said before, with these type of weapons and thinking that you're good. Because there's no, first off, you're gonna get locked up with that type of stuff. And I'm not saying it don't work. It does work, but you got to figure out That's what I'm saying. You have to figure out when it's necessary. That part is up to you. That's when you have to start understanding situations like, okay, if I'm in this situation, what type of weapon would I use? You know what I'm saying? You got to use what's available. That's why you have to train every weapon. You must train every single weapon, because you never know what you're going to use. You never know what you're going to use. Even if you have to pick up a rock, you still got to learn how to throw that rock. You still got to learn how to train it. You have to train everything. Every part of your body is a weapon. Everything that you can pick up that you can get your hands on is a weapon. Not just a knife, not just a stick, not just a sword, not just a gun. All of it. Okay? But like I said before, if you want to keep it simple, you have to keep it simple. Get you a short blade. Get you one smaller than this. And get you a baton that starts out this big and comes out this long. It starts out about 8 inches, and when you extend it, come out 16. They got some that come 12, 16, and 32. But this is just a stick. It can't retract or whatever. So you make sure you want to get that. Let me go to the next one. What you got? The katas are kind of like, what do you say? The katas are kind of like giving you muscle memory for execution in a fight. Yes, that's what I just said. Yes, they are. That's why you always have to train those type of movements. And people gonna look at you like, oh, that's not effective in a fight, so it's not gonna do anything. We gotta stop thinking like we are beyond ancient tradition. I'm a traditional person. And if you ask me, I would find a way to use all this stuff. I'm gonna find a way. But it's how you do it. You can't carry all this stuff around. You can't carry all this stuff around you with. But we talking about me here. I'll find a way to use some of the stuff. Wasn't necessary anyway. But you have to train every part of your body, no matter what it is. And you can also implement different type of martial arts workouts. You know, where they take the water, scoop it out, and throw it over the shoulder like they was doing back in the day, old Karate Kid, wax on type of stuff. All that stuff is necessary, believe it or not. Some people don't believe in it, and that's fine. That's okay. But at some point, you have to start opening up your mind to try to absorb new information, even information that you might not think that might benefit you. Maybe keep on going. What is it? My question. I worded my question wrong earlier. I meant to ask if you can mix disciplines of traditional weapons with modern firearms and like a fusion of sorts, like machete and pistol. Or that's what I do. That's what I am. So yeah, yes, you can, beautiful Joe. I mean, beautiful Jay. You can do that. You can mix those type of weapons. Now, if you're gonna go modern, and traditional, stay away from the wooded kali stick when you're trying to stay modern, because you are now approaching tactical form. That's why I do all that. I do it with everything military tactical, tacticians. That's where I'm at. You want to get you a baton, so you got to start thinking small. Everything small. This right here, like I said, get you a baton that comes here. Put it on your attachment belt. Just short blade. Get you a double-edged blade shorter than this. Get you a karambit. Something that also attaches on the belt. Once you get those two things, then you're fine. Then you're fine as far as trying to keep tradition along with it. Because believe it or not, that's what you see now from different police. Police, they always carry like a small billy club attached to their hip. That's where all that stuff come from. You have to think tactical. That's the whole key behind all this stuff, Beautiful Jay. Everything that you do when you're moving forward into trying to have as many weapons as possible on you, you have to start thinking like military, like militant. You got to think small, but also think big at the same time, if that makes sense. If you want to carry some throw knives with you, that's fine. But understand, will you be in a position to where you think that you need a throw, like a throwing blade? You know what I'm saying? You gotta. How can I say this? I feel. Let me tell you. If you drop a man off in a jungle with a blade, that's the guy. That's the guy. That's the most dangerous guy. Because if he comes out if he comes out and survives and he went in with just a blade, that's the man. I'm not thinking about the dude that came in with all his gear and come out, probably don't even make it. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, baby. But if you are going to combine old traditional weaponry with modern tech, like I said, get you a small knife that's retractable. Get you a baton that's retractable. Also, get you a compact. If you have a compact pistol, make sure you have that. I do have a spear right here. You see it right there? It's on the corner. Right there. I got it right there. That's my go-to weapon. An axe, too. I love an axe, which I don't have yet. I got a smaller axe, but I don't have an axe hanging up in here right now. But you got to know the job first before you start carrying the spear. But if you're going to carry a spear, like I said, it's okay. Try to find your retractable spear. They have them. They have those. As a matter of fact, the retractable spear is about this long, and when you press the button, it extends longer. So you gotta think about that too. And do you really want that with you? And make sure you keep at all times, if you have an AR-15 and whatever it is you're carrying, your main weapon, then your secondary weapon. Anything else outside of that, I keep a blade. I like bow and arrows too. Get you a tactical bow if you can find one. Learn how to shoot that bow as much as possible. I do not have a bow. I used to make them like crazy growing up. Now, I don't know. I may do a video of me making a bow. Just going in the woods with just a machete and some twine and just making a bow. And just show you guys that weapons are everywhere around you. You just got to be able to be smart enough to figure out what I need to do in this situation. And you have to prepare yourself for it. That's why I say train everything as much as possible. Be prepared. But when it's time to go, you're gonna need your compact weapon, your compact blade, your compact stick. If you have one that's retractable, your rifle, whatever your sidearm is gonna be. Get you some mace. Yeah, some bear spray. Those help flashbangs. Get you some flashbangs. I think I'm saying too much. That would be great. Would love to see how you make a bow from scratch. I've been thinking about doing that video for some time. I haven't, cause I haven't been I haven't bought a bow. The last time I had a bow and arrow or even made one when I was a teenager. Do I know how to shoot them? Yes, I do. Yes, very well. Um, maybe the next season I'll have, it'll be a long video though of how you would make a bow, just going into the woods and coming out with a bow and shooting it. So yeah, that's a good idea. I appreciate that, Emmanuel. You was already in my mind. I thought about that last year before last. I'm like, man, I wanted to do a video of me just going into the woods with just a machete and just to show you guys how to survive in the jungle, how to survive out there in the wilderness when you have nothing but a blade, and how to come out, how to survive in the jungle, making a bow and arrow. All those things is necessary. I'm the ultimate Boy Scout. I'm trying to tell you that right now. I can make anything, and it'll work. It'll work. I can make a daggone an antenna, satellite antenna, and it could get reception. Let me take these glasses off. What else? A pistol or a spear? Okay, so beautiful. Let me go back to the other. Yeah, I wanna talk about something with you, beautiful Jay. Okay, so you got firearms and like a fusion of sorts, like a machete and a pistol, or a spear and a revolver. The way I feel about a revolver, they only hold 6 shots, buddy. Now you can keep it as like a secondary arm, something hidden, like a little small piece, something like that. But I don't think that you would want to carry that, because what if your main sidearm fall while you're running, and then you're gonna grab your revolver that only has 6 bullets, and you got 7 people running after you. What are you gonna do then? What if two of those bullets miss? Now you're down. Now you only got 4 bullets. And like I said, 7 people. So like I said, I would stick to the compact pistol. The revolver is cool, but we not talking about what's cool. We trying to figure out what's going to save your life. Let's see. Still train it though. You still have to learn how to shoot that revolver, because you never know when you might need it. That might, like I said, you got to train everything. Train everything, but you have to understand what makes sense when you go out there into the world, and understand what type of weapon you need to have on you that's going to really save your life. We're talking about a life here, not what's cool. Bows are my favorite project weapon. I keep a recurve with arrows by the bed. My daughter's room is across the hall, and I'm fearful of bullets passing through if a home intruder were to make it in. All right. Let me see what's going on. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna answer that question, beautiful Jay. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Let's get back to what you were saying. So I got a question for you, beautiful Jay. Where do you stay? You don't have to tell me exactly, but like where the area, like stay in New Jersey, New York, Chicago, Detroit. In the city, what city is that? What state is that? What state are you in? Hmm. Indiana. Okay. Yeah, I know some people that stay in Indiana, especially that area. So, do you take your daughter to school? Beautiful Jay, do you drive your daughter to school? Oh, okay. She's one right now. Okay. Right. Right. So yeah. Uh, what what is she your only child? Okay. Do you own any type of firearm? Okay. And I okay. Uh, I mean you can use a bow. You ever thought about using a crossbow? Cause I'm thinking maybe you don't want to hurt nobody. Correct? I mean we all don't want to hurt nobody. And if you don't, I can understand you wanting to use the bow, but uh, maybe maybe a crossbow, um, so they have certain guns now that shoot uh, like rubber bullets and salt and stuff like that. You can do that with the 12, with a 12 gauge shotgun too. Um, well, I choose bow over crossbow because I frequently practice speed shooting techniques. Okay, okay. And you want to be you just looking to be well rounded. You want to learn all of it as much as possible. You're gonna go make me go out and buy a bow and arrow for real. That's what you're gonna do. I think that might be the only weapon. The only weapon I don't have is a bow. Excuse me. I still have more weapons to get. I mean, I got swords on this side, collie sticks on this side. You already see the wall back here, but this goes back. This again goes back to what I was saying at first. Beautiful Jay, try your best to learn as many weapons as possible. Now, it's going to take some time. it's going to take some years, man. But I know how adults work. I know the mind of an adult. You guys always want to learn everything all at one time and just just try to just keep going with it. I would do 1 month with a weapon. I would train every day for 1 month with one weapon, move on to the next weapon the next month. But you have to pick the worst weapon that you're not good with to train with first. If that makes sense. Pick your worst weapon that you feel like that you feel uncomfortable with and train that weapon for a month. Because I'm doing it with a triple bow staff. This one right here. This thing. I don't want to pick it up, but that thing right there, boy, that thing get on my nerves, but I know already I'll never be in a situation where I have to use a triple bow staff, but just in case, I'm still going to learn it. And I think what we do as adults, we try to put ourselves in situations like, okay, what would be most effective in a situation? We got to learn to let that go. So what I mean by that is, again, like I said before, learn every single weapon as much as possible. You never know when you're going to have to use it. You never know. All these weapons back here, I know how to use them. I choose, what do you say? Oh, I choose bow over crossbow. I'm kind of with you on that too. I'd rather have a bow and arrow over a crossbow any day. But I mean, some people like using crossbows because it's like shooting a gun, and they still want to have that feel of like they shooting a bow and arrow or whatever, but in the form of a gun. So I kind of understand. Any more questions? Any more questions? I choose a bow over firearm because I can practice every day in my basement and my yard. I'm just more accurate because I can only shoot firearms like once a month if I'm lucky. The beauty, cause I'm kind of like, I kind of understand where you're coming from. Kind of like shoot once a month. I'm gonna give you some advice about shooting, right? Cause I know you feel like if you don't have bullets, it's not gonna work. Delta Force, when they are training you to learn how to shoot, because they me and you both know Delta Force are the best. You're gonna dry fire for like a month or 2 months with no bullet. With no bullet. So if I were you, I would take that time in dry firing. I dry fire all the time. Dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire. All the time, even if you don't have no bullets. Go over the mechanics of shooting that gun every single day, even if you don't have any bullets. And it's gonna feel stupid. Trust me, it's gonna feel stupid because you're not shooting nothing. But I'm telling you now, you are going to be better when you do start shooting. So if you don't mind me asking, why are you only allowed to shoot, was it once a month? I use my airsoft gas blowback pistol just to keep the mechanics sharp. Great. Great. Keep doing that. Even if you hate it. Keep doing that, even if you hate it. I understand. Hold on 1 second. Keep doing that. It's the same as having plastic ninja stars or foam swords. Rubber collie sticks is all the same. Keep practicing with that airsoft gun, which is something I need to get. Keep doing that. And I don't know where you guys shoot at or where you shoot, but is there a way how you can, try to go at least twice a month? Can you go twice a month? You need to get, I seen it. I know. Oh my God, what's the name of that? Oh, man. You need to send me your email or something like that so I can send you the link to so it's an app, it's like a video game. You put the VR headset on and you get the gun, and you literally are in your home and you are practicing all your rounds and everything right at your own and right the comfort of your own home. You got VR headsets on and unlimited ammo, and they have certain programs and stuff like that in it, to set you up on different categories on helping you become a better shooter. And I think that would help you more the next step besides dry firing all the time. Because you could dry fire, and I get it. It's kind of boring. But if you had that VR headset like like I'm talking about, that would help you with your shooting accuracy, then yeah, it's one of the best tools ever. The CIA use it. Delta Force operative use it. The Navy SEALs use it. Anybody use it. Anybody can use it. What else was I going to say? I need to find that link again so that way I can like share it at in my next video for you guys. So that way you'll have it for Christmas. But yeah, it works beautifully. And what's another thing I wanted to say? What else you got? Yeah. Yeah, but sooner or later, I'll have other type of weaponry in here. Not just swords and stuff like that, but there'd be guns galore in here. Because I too, like I said, Emmanuel and Beautiful J, I'm a traditional warrior, but I'm not stupid. I also believe in modern weaponry. It's still metal. Sword made out of metal. Everything is metal. So at some point, what's that? On a side note, do you have any holidays uploads planned? Any holiday uploads planned? I'm not sure what you mean when you say holiday uploads. What do you mean, Beautiful J? You mean like, do I have any plans? Any holiday plans? I don't know what you. Oh. Oh man, I missed the ball. So let me tell you something about what happened last month. I was so mad at myself. I got sick during Halloween, and I was supposed to have dressed up as the Green Ranger to do Weapons of Man with, and it would have been perfect because I played the Green Ranger on one of my Green Ranger shows on one of my short films that I wrote. But I got sick, and Halloween came. I was even more sicker. I was even more sick, and I couldn't do it. And well, I got an opportunity coming up again for Christmas. Should I do it? Should I dress up as Green Ranger though? That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I might do it. I'm not really into holidays like you guys are, but um, maybe we'll see. But I need to figure it out before December 1st get here, because that's normally when I start like figuring out what I'm gonna do for that month and how I'm gonna do it. So I got what till tomorrow? Tomorrow, the day after, to figure it out. We'll see though. It's not off the table. It's not off the table. Trust me. Let me see. And a Santa hat doing my yeah. Did you do some videos on what to put in a bug out bag? No, I've never done those type of videos, but I can. But I can. There's a yes, I am into prepping. I'm into prepping very hard. But there's one video that I wanted to do. So I wanted to do a video on me rucking, right? So I was going to start the process of getting back into rucking this coming weekend coming. Um, Normally, like I said back in the day, I used to do rucking with about maybe 50 pounds, maybe I mean something like that, 50 pounds. No, 90. I'm gonna say 50. But now I think I can do 100. Go keep it a buck. I know for sure. I haven't done it in like 2 years, but I know for sure I can ruck about 2 miles with 100 pounds. After that, everything else coming off. Beautiful Jay, yes, I am into prepping. I think I said that, but not that, not as what I should be. not the way that I should be. But I'm gonna get into a lot of different type of stuff like that. Like what you can eat during, like, if you didn't have any food, how would you survive during the week? Um, what can you what can you survive on that's gonna hold you for like 2 or 3 days if you don't have anything? Um, how to make a fire out of nothing? Um, just about everything that a Boy Scout would know. you know, um, yeah, stuff like that. Surviving out in the wilderness with me. Come into the woods and see if you can survive with me. Draw it up to Moultrie. Now, that's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be the most interesting video. Well, like I said, all this stuff what we're talking about right now is what I've always wanted to do, and what I'm building up to for season 4, Weapons of Man. Um, it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited about it. Um, so, like I said, we'll see what the future holds. Any more questions? Time now is 10:36 p.m. sharp. But hey, man, I've had a cool time, and this live was pretty awesome. But I gotta dip out for now. Thanks again for hosting, and thanks Emmanuel participating with us. I appreciate you too. You too. Look, I'm always watching to see who leaving a lot of comments and stuff like that. It's always YouTube. Like I said, I've got to find a way. You guys gotta like somehow send me an email, so that way I can send you guys a free poster of Jonesy when they get ready to come out. So when it comes out, I'll send you to. Okay. That way, when it come out, I can send you a digital copy, a digital post of it. That'd be cool. All right, baby. This is Gerard Abdul Moultrie, aka the Berserker, signing off. Signing off on Weapons of Man. And I appreciate you all, and thank you. Have a nice night. And remember, stay training.